And I'm like, holy fuck, my house is on fire.
Don't have the stuff for parquet right
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So when I started looking for homes, I didn't realize I'd actually be like my worst client. It's funny because I was helping clients through the bidding war process, writing multiple offers, and navigating it from a real estate agent perspective, which is objective and not biased. And then it's funny, once I start buying and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't pay like X amount, even though I knew that would be the price it's sold for. I think it's really good that I was able to put myself in a buyer's shoes and go through the home buying journey as well. So when I started looking, I was looking all over, mainly East End, because that's where I live. I was even looking at condos. I was like, do I really want to do another flip? So this house came on market a week after. I came to take a look with my best friend, and the neighbor, Chris, actually pulled me into his carport. He was there with his wife and another neighbor, and they were like feeling me out to see what kind of neighbor I'd be, which I thought was really funny. They just live right on the street over. And so me and my friend come and take a look, and I'm like, oh, it's nice, but we might want to renovate it. Previous homeowners actually had brand new carpet installed all over the house, which is a shame because we ripped it all out. And it's funny because the neighbor Chris that I was just talking about is actually a carpet installer and installed all the carpet. So when it came to demo day, he saw us carry the carpet out quicker than he was installing it. So we offered on, well, I offered on this house, and I was competing against one other offer, which I later found out to be the neighbor on the other side of me, on the right. They had offered on this house as well. Come closing day, I think I closed on a Thursday. We gutted the house so quickly. I persuaded my friends with beer and pizza, and we gutted the house in like a day and a half. It happened so quick because I think I bought it in late June and I took possession late August. During that time, I wasn't sure if I was gonna renovate it. The lot's really big, it's a 60-foot width. So I was debating even putting up townhouses because there's townhouses actually to the right of this house. So I decided to actually just gut the house and renovate it so I can live in it. So this is where the real part of the story comes in. So the house is gutted.
Oh, there we go.
And basically how I got this house in multiple offers, I met with the owners and I told them I live in the neighborhood and I love the neighborhood and I want to stay here and have a family home. So they loved it. They were really touched by the letter and everything. So I lock up for the weekend. The electrician was meeting me here on the Tuesday to quote out the job for the house. Tuesday rolls around and I open the door to the house and there's like a blaring siren going off in the house. There's like, I thought it was smoke coming out of the house, but it was steam. And I'm like, holy fuck, my house is on fire. And the electrician gets there and I start yelling. I'm like, holy fuck, what's going on? So, because I opened the door and there's steam and water and it was super, super hot and there's water blasting in the house. I don't know how it's possible, but the valve got turned on and we had like really shut it off. The valve got turned on and it was blasting hot water for the rest of the weekend in the house. So you walk in, it's fully humid, the windows are covered, and like there's water everywhere. Like I was just beside myself, and in that moment I go, we're tearing down the house. And I was like, yep, you know what, this is a sign, we're demolishing it, we're building new, stop the project. So for a month or two after that, the house was sitting empty. I had a gutted house sitting empty, and I decided I'm moving forward. I got architect plans, all the rest. In hindsight, it's funny. At the time, I was like, what is going on? But in hindsight, it's funny because it goes to show construction never goes as planned. And it wasn't a big deal. Like the water and everything, it got cleaned up, and like we replaced absolutely everything in the house. So it wasn't a big deal. But long story short, construction right now, and I'm so glad I didn't demolish and build because costs have gone astronomically high and all construction sites have crazy delays. And I kind of knew that at the time, so I was pivoting between, do I reno it or do I demolish it? So long story short, I decided to end up renovating it, which is some of the clips you'll see. And so we've been living here since the beginning of March because that's when I closed on my last house when I sold it to now, and even in the construction process of it, I went a little different / funky with the designs. Like my kitchen is green. I remember sitting at the cabinet maker's office and we're chatting about designs and we're like, let's just go bold, like screw it. And I love it. I think it's so different, unique than other homes. And now I'm starting to see homes with similar wood and green tones and trends like that. So renovations even was really tough during this period because construction costs were so high, but we managed to get really high quality products and high quality finishes, and we did it in such a quick time. I think it was like December, January, February, and it was ready for move-in. We're still doing small touch-ups, but more to make it feel more like home than anything. So like and subscribe and stay tuned for my next video.